PG-13, we're allowed one F-bomb, right?
Yeep. Mm.
You have wasted it.
I feel like we just say, and then whatever happens, happens.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Grant. I play Errol Mortimer, Hello, I'm Great. Thanks for just cutting me off in the middle of my take. It's great. Just wonderful. Okay. Hi, I'm Grant. I portray Errol Mortimer, the non-feral ghoul park ranger. He's too nice for his own good. I'm also playing the archetype, the driver.
Yeah, that's basically... I mean, we're going to be doing like a recap.
We'll probably do a
We
recap.
didn't do that much last
Yeah,
time,
I was going to...
so it'll be a fast recap.
Yeah.
I mean, do we even need a recap? Because I feel like most of the stuff kind of starts here.
Maybe like...
had barbecue.
Maybe like the rough, like, known history. Like,
Recap and, yeah, known history and like the creatures.
Yeah, creatures, history.
So then I play the Outlander with the archetype of the Brainer, which is a weird boy. And basically all that you know about me is that I have a robot arm and I'm a cyborg. Ribbit.
I'm Natalie. I play Mayari Romano, and my archetype's the Angel. She pretty much medic of the people, make sure that they don't die. Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh yeah, the Outlander does actually have a name, but I'm going to say that later. I'll say it when it comes up, if it comes up.
If it comes
Yeah,
up.
'cause he's mysterious like that.
I'm Jordan. I play Tide Goldman, who is a robot, and his archetype is the Savvy Head.
Does the Sparrow have an actual name, or is that just what you're going with?
Oh, shoot.
Well, they're named after the characters that they're imitating.
Never mind, that's not gonna work,
No
so
one
I'll
knows.
just-
No one knows Jackson yet.
I know.
Yeah. He's named after something.
Okay.
So that technically is his Christian name. His canon Christian name is that.
Good
Oh,
boy,
okay.
Kristen.
I don't know if
Like
the
there-
Sparrow was a
because-
good boy
because
Christian.
Because there's everything Christian about post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Especially
That's right.
post-apocalyptic
I'm sure there
Hollywood.
would
That's the
still
most
be
Christian
people
of
out
all.
there going like, no matter if the world's to hell or not, we still gotta be good Christian boys and girls.
I am Tristan, and I play Dominique Damask, a
Little
wandering
gremlin boy.
outlander who kind of goes with the whole cowboy aesthetic, and I'm going to be fully honest, I haven't figured out my character, so anything that I come up with is going to be as new to me as it is to everyone watching.
Or
That's
listening.
Even the gender. Even so far.
Yeah,
as
I
the
haven't
gender.
decided that yet.
Fantastic.
You
he's
are a
made it-
plant.
He's made it concealed, so it's just... It's concealed
Yeah.
because we don't know.
He doesn't know.
Oh,
They
I'm
don't
wearing
know.
Yeah.
So I wear a mask, so I don't have to worry about anything.
And you know what? That's okay. Take as long as you need to figure that out.
Wonderful. God, the idea of a post-apocalyptic AA meeting, like, person who's just like,
Oh my god.
understand, you... Listen, sometimes we need to come to terms with our friends going feral. Honestly, just, we all do it in our own way.
Yeah,
And it's
we
just a bunch
understand.
of feral ghouls just strapped to chairs.
So
Should we
weird, but
should we
yeah.
say the name of this?
No, because this name isn't final. I'm probably gonna change it
Oh,
soon.
okay.
Oh, okay. Well, it was called
should we
Eyes of
say-
Hail.
So
Heal.
yeah,
Eyes of Hail.
until further
Yeah, I'm
notice
changing it to
is
Eyes of
called-
Hail.
Until further notice is called Eyes of Hell.
Yeah, I'll make sure to say it like 20 times whenever it's time for us to change it.
Okay.
Okay.
Just to ingrain it in the audience's brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And if
Just-
anyone calls,
just refer to it as the campaign previously known as Eyes of Hell.
yeah,
Oh.
that's gonna be its name. The campaign.
That's the entire
Um,
name.
Like the
should
artist
we go-
previously known as Prince, the campaign previously known as Eyes of Hell.
Should we go down the list and use a character voice, just in case if any of us use character voices, just for easiness of like record putting names to voices and all that? I feel like that might be needed.
I think it'll be easy to figure out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be a little bit harder, maybe, but I don't know.
In the
Okay, yeah.
beginning,
We'll-
but once
we'll
it gets
figure
along.
Okay, so I joined late. Did you guys already do it last time on Eyes of Hell or whatever?
No, we haven't done.
We-
Well, it's so brief. We didn't think that it was necessarily.
Yeah, honestly, you're right.
Needed, but
We could probably just like shoot off all the facts that is like historical, like in between,
Yeah.
like the fact that that
Oh,
Errol
second lost a dice.
and Ty Goldman are good tech buds, and Maori and them are all citizens and proud citizens of Bendsly,
and
a
Brandon.
city in the middle of a national park in the Panhandle area.
Yeah.
And
Of
some of
Tammy,
us are just here because it's getting too cold for us to stay out.
Yeah,
Really
I'm-
damn cold.
Even though this is based in an apocalypse, I thought that the generic desert stuff was a bit boring, so I decided, what if it was an actual nuclear winter? So now
Yeah.
everything's freezing cold.
You could
Yay.
bring winter or snow or
Thanks,
something about the
man.
cold into the name, Jordan, if you
I
wish.
probably
That
could. That's
Ooh,
why
yeah.
that's why I joked Eyes of Hail. Hail.
Great.
Nice.
Okay.
But that's dumb.
No,
So-
that's ingenious.
I guess we should go over the baddies, the monsters that we have so far, just
Yes, the
so people
monsters.
know.
Yes, okay.
Um,
Because I was the one who thought up all of these, I guess I'm gonna have to introduce them. Brids. Brids are like bears if they were like worse. They're like, alright, it's hard to explain them, but they're basically
mutant bears.
they're mutant bears. They're much more powerful than normal bears.
They're
Bad
armored.
bears.
Yeah, they're armored. They're
Big
gonna be hard to
boys.
kill.
Of course.
They're armored.
Also,
and they're
for
in
reference-
split-
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
I
someone
forgot
else
to
knows.
mention, I'm the gunlucker.
Yeah,
Oh,
he got a lot of
Yeah, you're
guns.
the gun lover.
Mhm.
I have an assault rifle, 2 magnums, a machete.
Machete, fun. Yes,
Okay.
chop them up.
And
then we have the new guy who I'm not, unless we already
you
introduced the
only
new
did we have not introduced him
We've-
yet. We're gonna
we've
do that as
basically
soon as he
only
comes.
We've
Alright,
basically
yeah.
only said our real life names, and then then the names of our characters, then the archetype. And that's
Alright,
Mhm.
wunderbar, wunderbar.
We also
yeah,
you've
and our
only
race.
you've also only introduced the Brid, by the way.
Yeah, I know. The next are Raws. Raw is like, it's like if you made a wolf more like a rat. Also, it has a third eye. Its mouth opens funny. So does the Brid. The Brid has a funky looking mouth. We actually have an artist here, so I may actually have some reference soon.
I was gonna
You have
draw those
multiple
earlier,
artists.
actually,
Yeah, I
but
can
this is
gladly
recording, so I might as well.
Wow.
I probably should focus.
I can
Yeah.
flash stuff on screen. I can figure out.
Yeah, you're the funky editor man. Yeah.
Yeah,
then we
I'm
have-
the recorder and the editor, because
And then we-
chose that.
And then we have Gorals. Gorals are like a feral ghoul if they were even more feral. They
Cause girls just wanna have fun.
I hate.
Mortimer is
that I
gonna
think
Go
I
take
on.
hate
30
Squirrel. I
damage.
just think of the Despicable Me meme. It's
Yes,
horrible.
I hate that I think.
Gorals.
Girls.
I made
Oh,
them
it's
change that now.
wonderful.
Russian accents absolutely
please
kill
do,
me.
'cause
I
I always
freaking
think
love
of-
Russian accents.
Alright,
Um,
partner.
If we're gonna get, if should we start this out with the first meeting of, Errol and the Sparrow?
Ah, yes, we shall.
Would you like to narrate the entrance of this scene? I'm assuming it's on a main highway, like along the park's side or something.
Yeah, it would be. So, Mortimer is in one of his many vehicles. It is the what do you
It's
name
the
it?
snow. It's the Snowpiercer.
Okay,
Is the
Snowpiercer.
big
Yep.
semi truck.
You have 3 of them, so I lose track.
Yeah.
So you're
Good
driving
job,
along,
dude.
you're patrolling because you're a freaking sheriff fella. Then you see what looks to be about, I think it was 15 to 16 motorcycles all stuck on the road. Like, it's January 8th, 2354, and it's really cold today. Like, even for the nuclear winter and that it's normal winter, it's freezing. Like, it's an all-time low. So, snow is insane. But
I have been, since it is midday, correct?
it's it's early morning.
Early morning, so it's
Like-
bright enough to see without the floodlights. The floodlights screw up with the snow, but
Yeah.
As he drives up a lot slower, Mortimer turns on all of the floodlights of the Snowpiercer, peering down on this group of people, and through a microphone inside the Snowpiercer's cabin, he announces, "Hey, you guys look like you could need a little bit of where are you guys from?"
Are they going to be able to hear us? If you're in a truck.
There's a
You know what?
microphone.
I'll open up the you know what? I open up the door and step out.
We're from out west by the wood. Do you know where that is?
I would say Mortimer might know of it, but has never been there. I feel like tales of the wood have spread far.
Yes.
I've seen it, but I haven't never been there. Y'all look like you're in a bit of trouble. Do you all need a lift?
Usually we wouldn't accept help, but we're kind of stranded right now.
I would say you are like half buried in snow. Mortimer walks to the very back of the Snowpiercer, pulls a lever, and a massive like garage door like files up, and a ramp falls down for you to slide your bikes into.
Yes.
I guess we start loading our bikes into the truck.
All right. So
By the way, I'm Mortimer. Errol Mortimer.
My gang just calls me the Sparrow.
I'm
But
going
you
to
can call me
choose to
Jack.
ignore that you said gang, because that might be incriminating. But you know what? Not going to pass judgment till I've seen you do something bad. Let's go. He gets into the driver's seat of the Snowpiercer and starts driving back towards Bendsly.
Isn't it called the cab?
It's the cab. Yes,
yes,
it's the cab.
that's what it's
Gets into
called.
the cab of the Snowpiercer and starts driving towards Bendsly.
Okay.
It takes a bit long because he can't drive through the forest like he usually does. He has to drive along major roads, so it takes a little bit longer.
All right,
but
wonderful.
they
Because
do
I
get
have
there.
some plot stuff we need to do. While this is happening, Outlander person, would you say the Outlander would be up by like 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I'd say that he gets up pretty early.
All right, outside of your bunker, you hear what sounds like the screeching of metal, a gunshot, and the closest thing possible to a robot screaming.
Oh shit!
Well,
I would
that's
say
never
with my
good.
bunker being an underground bunker, I haven't like run that by you. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
So I basically just like I'm gonna say that just say if any of this is non-canonical or like
Alright.
you want to contradict it, but I want to say that I have like a small security system set up just like around the opening that I have. So I look at the security system.
From what you can tell, there is a very, very poorly treated. What it looks like, what the model of robot Tai is, but like a less well-built version. It seems more, just looks worse than Tai.
Brother.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's another Protectron unit or whatever. We
Does
need a
it-
new name for them,
Does
don't
it
we?
look hurt?
Yes, it looks very damaged.
I mean, they could be Goldman units.
Yeah,
Okay.
Goldman. That would be a better name for it. Maybe these could be called Silverman because they're a step down.
Yeah.
I like it. Let's do it.
So I go out of my bunker, just very cautiously looking around, making sure that
Mhm.
no one else is there, and then I go by the robot and just say, "Are you hurt?" Or just like, "Are you
What,
okay?"
Sherlock?
I need shelter. Beep. Whatever this robot
It
is,
literally says beep.
yes, it says. It
The
seems.
language of my people.
Yes.
Um. Yeah, I'll say that he drags it in.
Drags it into the bunker.
Yeah.
All right.
Say, don't wreck anything.
I. Do you have anyone like? It's like spaces out for a moment. It just goes completely blank for like a solid 5 minutes. And even though one of its legs is like severely damaged, it just completely, without a word, limps out of your bunker and seems to be going towards the town of Bendsly.
Hello? Do you need? Are you just going then?
Oof.
I was gonna
Ye-
fix you up or something, but okay,
No.
you're just gonna go.
You hear something click, and the robot, suddenly acting less stupid, says, "If I have information, if the people I was with, if anyone modifies my body, it'll reset my mind, my database. So I gotta tell the people in Bensley. They're the raiders are coming for them."
Okay.
Those
So
are new words.
I go out of my bunker and I grab the radio that Mort gave me
Mm-hmm.
and I radio in. There's a robot here that says that he's got information for their raiders here.
Um.
Some and I hand it over to the robot as I'm helping him like limp along.
You know what? As he says that, I'm gonna radio into the uh garage cabin through the radio system in the Snowpiercer and just ask, were y'all going around to attack Bensley?
We were stranded on the highway. We were just scavenging. We weren't really doing anything.
Okay.
We couldn't have
Something
done
big
anything
might-
if we wanted to.
Something big might be happening. And then I connect the radio to the robot.
Which robot?
To the robot that the Outlander just helped.
Oh,
Silverman?
yeah, I gave it to the robot for him to speak to. This is more if the
Hello there. I'm Mort. I'm impromptu sheriff. I'm actually a member of the Forest Rangers protecting Bensley.
Forest Rangers?
Um,
Do you have a place where all of you can gather quickly? I have information to help you guys. They're gonna be here soon.
Whoa, slow down, little bud. Like, how soon?
I
Look,
don't know.
Like,
I
how?
was. Excuse me. What?
Like, days, hours, minutes?
I'm not sure how soon they'll be here. All I know is that you guys aren't safe. I need you to tell you guys immediately.
Okay, head to the west side of Bensley. I can get everyone there. The west side of Bensley is where I would like to have the Snowpiercer part as a just in case. Because he's heard things like, gotta get out of here. And his mental idea of protect the people has kicked in.
apocalyptic road trip.
I'd like to use my radio system. Actually, could we say that my forestry tower, my home, is next to is on the west side as well? Because I need to grab all of my. I don't have any of my barter stuff on me.
All right,
So,
sure.
I'm going to park there, and as I'm running up my tower, I tell Ty to get next to the Snowpiercer and get ready to get in because shit might be hitting the fan. Actually, you know what? That'd be in case. Ty, we might have to leave real soon, so just get to the Snowpiercer. I'm sorry, but we gotta go now. And as I run my way up, I'm starting to radio to to all of Bensley. Denizens of Bensley. It's me, Mort. We have had a report of an aggressive raider movement coming towards our area. Someone with information has decided to tell us all that he knows. Please meet on the west side next to the Snowpiercer. If we need to evacuate, we have a few spots, like 10, 20-ish spots left. It's unfortunate, but I cannot fit everyone. It is only one vehicle. I can help supply the other vehicles that the Forestry Service has to provide, but anyone that could be most important, we might be taking with us. The Forestry Service has other vehicles. We will help you with that. This is Mort, over and out. And that rings through all of Bendsly.
All right. You get a radio back from what you think is one of the, or not what you think, what you know is one of the members of the forest rangers, and they say, Mort, you said we had some fella with information on raiders, right?
Yes, he's a robot.
Interesting. Can you bring him on down to the heart? I think, whatever they're saying, we may need to take it with a touch of salt. Raiders don't throw out robots very often. They could be trying to trap us somewhere.
Which is exactly why I'm no longer saying this to everyone in Bendsly. I'm saying this to him directly, which is why we're meeting at the Snowpiercer as opposed to the Heart. Because if we go to the Heart, if they've done research on Bendsly, it's where they know we've held most of our meetings. So
how would they have any information on the Heart?
I would assume if they're attacking Bendsly, they would know about Bendsly. And they don't know about the Snowpiercer being a meeting spot, because it's never been a meeting spot. But we might need to have it be one today. Because the robot said it could be day, he had no idea when it could be. It could be minutes, hours, seconds. We really can't afford to have any more confusions. I've already announced to the whole town to head to the Snowpiercer on the west side. There's nothing I can really do.
Whatever. Okay.
Is there a role I could do? I could probably do a role to read this person's mentality, because it sounds a bit sketchy.
Which
a
person?
Little bit. The forest ranger I was just talking to.
All right, yeah, go ahead and roll. I guess that's plus sharp, I suppose.
Okay, cool. 6 and 2, and I have a +2 to sharp. That's an 8.
8.
I believe
That's
that is
a partial success.
I'm trying to read him to see if he's secretly a raider or like being held at gunpoint or something like that.
Because that's a partial success, I'm gonna say that it takes you a while, but you connect that this guy doesn't necessarily distrust you. He just thinks that there's no reason to panic over this. But you recognize his voice. He is a ranger.
Ranger.
Those people that
Is he a pre-war ranger or a recruit?
He's a recruit.
Okay, so I outrank him by age alone.
He's...
Got it. Yeah, I head down, and I'm assuming I see all of the people at least walking towards the Snowpiercer, if not at it.
I won't be done at it before.
Yeah, you do.
I will. Wait.
Okay, see everyone. Is the robot there? Do I see the Outlander? Is the good question. Do I see the Outlander and the robot?
Have I arrived?
Okay. Outlander, have you arrived by now, or did you take a detour at all?
I don't think that I took a detour.
Okay.
I wanted to get there.
I have Ox. For those listening, Ox is a sentry bot, a baby blue sentry bot that has the personality of a knockoff Smokey the Bear. Smokey the Ox. Wonderful. He has a flamethrower. It's great. Continuing on. I'm gonna have
copyright, but it doesn't matter.
I want Ox to push like a big crate so I can stand on top of it and announce to everyone.
All right.
Basically, and I want to pull this robot up here as well and ask him the questions before I announce it to everyone. So, what's happening?
Whatever this robot is, it seems to do the same thing that the Outlander experienced, where it just spaces out, and it seems to be walking towards the center.
Of town? Or...
Yeah, town.
I knock it on its head and just, hey, he was talking to you.
This is mildly concerning.
Could be a bomb.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna ask.
Can I try and help him?
I was gonna ask if Ty could fix this, or not
Right,
fix
can I
it, like
try?
translate almost.
I want to see if there's anything wrong with him.
Like if he's been coded to do this, as opposed
yeah, like
to
if
is.
there's anything off.
All right, go ahead and roll plus sharp.
I have to find my dice. Okay.
But oh, moment.
I have to go.
You have to what?
Wait,
I have to go.
For real?
Really?
Darn.
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I thought you were. Are you coming back?
Maybe. I don't know.
You,
Oh crap.
Jackson.
What the heck,
Hey, I
dude?
can't decide when my parents need me to do something.
Oh, okay. Just come back as soon as you can.
Jeez.
All right.
All right, he's gone.
Well,
Darn.
okay then.
Well, there goes the sparrow.
I guess the announcement of that is going to be postponed.
He's just passed out in the back. It's fine.
Was he
All right.
very integral to the plot?
I don't
He's
believe
not
so.
important to the plot yet. He may soon. He will, but
Yeah.
for now, he's good. Ty, have you finished rolling?
An 8.
Okay. I can only tell you one piece of information about the robot. If you had rolled higher, I would have given you all stuff you could have gathered. Wherever he's from, they did not treat him right. It's less that they coded him to do this. It's more that they treated him like trash, and his systems are all haywire.
I'm going to grab him and hold him down.
So where do you grab him?
I'm grabbing him on like I see in Ty's design where there's like those big like hoops where the shoulders would be. I'm gonna grab those.
The robot stops, but not of its own will. It looks like it's still trying to walk, but because it's stuck, it can't do anything. Actually, I think you need to roll. Which one is? Would that be plus hard? I think it would.
I think it. I
Hard
guess it
is
would
your
be.
beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll plus hard.
A 10.
Oh, yeah, the robot tries to move away, but you got a real good grip on it. It's not moving anywhere soon.
Bud, I'm gonna need you to tell everyone what you're gonna tell them, or else we're just gonna get in the Snowpiercer and leave you here with them. I'm sorry, there's probably won't be enough space. Although technically we could take you with us. We just need you to give us the info. Just so that I can protect my town.
Who are you? I don't know you.
I am Errol Mortimer, the person you talked to before, and one of the higher-ups in charge of Bendsly. Now, please, tell me so I can protect my town.
I'm not sure what you would call them. I'm not sure where they are. I was told that they were going to attack this town within 2 days. They did a brief scout, but they did not enter the area. They just gave it an overview from far away.
But it's to confirm that they're coming?
I believe so. I used my logic centers to advise them that this would be a suicide mission, and the robot, like, whatever it's about to say is cut off as it just goes completely silent again.
Is it powering down or is it dead? Like, can I tell the difference? As a techie, could I tell the difference?
You would need to roll plus sharp.
Okay.
And it just rolled a 11, so it breaks out of your grip and is beginning to walk towards the heart again.
dear.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Success.
Partial success, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think it's 9 to 10 is a success, and 11 to 12 is a critical
9 to 10
success.
is a success. I wrote it down.
It varies from system to system. I'll go check it out real quick.
In this system, it is a success.
Okay.
It seems like it looks like whatever the people that used to own this, whoever used to own this robot, what they did to it is that they must have hit it. Whatever is closest to its mental systems has been severely damaged, so it just shuts off. Like,
I will say I was holding it while on the soapbox, so it would have fallen face first into the snow. As an FYI.
It looks like it falls face first, and gets back up, and starts moving.
Okay.
Alright, Kai is gonna grab it, because I don't trust this robot.
Yeah, and as Ty's doing that, I'm going to announce to basically to everyone there, but since it's a large group, I'm going to use the Bendsly radio system, the announcement system, and announce, ladies and gentlemen of Bendsly, this is Mortimer. We have possibly a very large problem. From the sources we've collected, we have 2 days to evacuate Bendsly before a massive raider outbreak comes and attempts to take us out. If you think you're strong enough to get out and to stay here and defend it, then you might as well. But those who think they would much rather take their luck somewhere else, talk to some of the forestry rangers. I will arrange transport for all of you. I can arrange around 25 is the max I could fit inside the Snowpiercer at this exact moment, including all of the people I have already assigned. So, do not panic. We have 2 days. Just walk briskly, and remember. Does Bensley have a like a motto?
No.
And remember, just don't die.
That's the
And-
motto now.
That's gotta be our motto. Yeah, just our group's motto. Don't die.
And don't die, and remember to load your shotgun.
It's a, it's a damn good motto.
Mhm.
And I cut that off, and depending on anyone who wants to follow Mort can, but he is heading towards, I'm assuming there's like a maybe untouched like camp counselor cabin, which is where the rangers hang out in, like when they're not on patrol. Could that be available? I would like to briskly start walking over that direction.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to join me, Ty or anyone else, actually, I'm gonna Ty.
I bring the robot.
Plus hard to get it.
Yeah, okay, that's a 5.
You try and get a grip on it, but it picks up the pace and starts getting closer to the heart.
I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna yell to Ox to just grab and detain it. Hey Ox, get a hold of that thing before it gets to the heart. I don't trust it really, but I trust its info. It's just fried on the inside. Also, try not to burn it alive. And I gesture to Ty to follow me because I feel like Ty is the only other person that could, like, parse out any of the techie talk that maybe she heard underlying in the conversation. And I start walking towards the cabin. Anyone else is free to join. I just feel like Ty is needed for this bit.
Being a robot.
The Outlander is gonna go up to his base up like at his crow's nest basically, and like take whatever stuff is there. Like there's like a binocular and like a notebook of what I've caught and learned about Dominic.
Yeah, I'm going to go follow Mort and just kind of.
Also, as I pass them, I would tell the members of our party that I have assigned them spots in the Snowpiercer.
Okay.
Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and go towards the heart just to make sure, and also I'm probably a bit cold by now.
Right, yeah.
Okay. I start walking towards the ranger station. As I don't know, I don't bust in because he's keeping a level head. It's just he's in protect his city mode, so it's like a brisk walk and not a like busting in the door, but like a walking with
Serious
purpose.
parent mode.
Right,
Yes,
so-
very serious dad mode. Just walking and do I see
Yo,
any
we
of the?
have to take barbecue dad with us.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
I will be so angry if we do not take
Yeah.
Frank with us.
Frank, I mean, there are 25 spots. You could technically, if you wanted to go pick and choose members of the town to save.
We're taking Frank.
Yeah.
We're taking from.
I mean, there's Frank and his son. We'll grab his son at
He
some
has
point.
a son at something, yeah.
I'm going to head on into there and not yell because he's not in that mode yet. That'll be like maybe tomorrow. He'll be in that mode tomorrow. And just like if there's like I have this vision of like like this big round table that like would have been used for arts and crafts originally, but now they sort of use it as like their planning table. Maybe they have like a little model of the forest.
Little paper mache model of the forest.
Yes.
I was imagining Lincoln Logs.
You know what? Maybe it. You know what? Yes,
Lincoln Logs and pipe cleaners.
Yeah, basically all of the like stuff from the scouts cabin is
Nice.
here, and they've made this diorama of the forest, which is fairly accurate, actually. Okay. Is there anyone in this building? Is there any of the higher ups in this building with me? Like any of the other ghouls that were here pre-war?
Not yet. It looks like they. It looks like you were the first one to patrol today, because Mort's the kind of guy to take the first shift. It sounds like.
Yes, Mort would definitely be the first shift taker. I'm going to announce on the into my radio to the private one that's only for rangers and recruit. You know what? I'm going to do the high-end rangers radio signal as opposed to the recruits, because I don't think the recruits. You know what? I'll open it to everyone. Not all of the rangers and the recruits. And I'm saying, I'm using maybe not like an elder status, but as one of the ones from before the war, I'm activating my ability of like holding a meeting of the rangers to discuss what's just happened. I also make them aware that Ty and the Wanderer are here as well, if I'm correct. Dominic, you are here as well?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I announced that.
There's no reply.
None of the rangers reply?
Yeah, no.
None of the recruits
No
reply.
There's
Oh,
no
no.
reply.
That's not good.
You know what? I
ominous.
tell Dominique and Ty that no one's replying. Like he's pacing, like moving, like flicking his hands around nervously because no one is
Want me to
replying.
go scout it out?
A cursory glance. We can't afford to. Ty, how fast do you think you get me to my ranger station? Because I have the surveillance system in there. I could probably get there. If I got there, I could see what's happening.
I mean, I would say considerably fast.
Dominique, you keep a hold here. I'm gonna have Ty help me get to the ranger station so I can check out what's happening.
Yes, sir.
If you find any women or children or someone who needs help, just start coercing them towards the Snowpiercer. Also, you know what, Dominique? Your mission? Search the Snowpiercer and make sure it's safe. There's a group of gentlemen and women inside the back of the Snowpiercer. It's fine. I picked up some vagabonds. But besides them, there should be 16 of them. No one else should be allowed in the Snowpiercer at this exact moment unless you bring them in. Do you understand?
I'll keep an eye on it.
Would the Sparrow be in there?
The Sparrow would be in there. He's part of the 16 people in there.
Okay. I was gonna say, don't get Dominique to kill the Sparrow.
No.
How does the town look right now?
For some reason, it looks deserted. You'd expect more people to be heading to the Snowpiercer, but for some reason, they're just not.
I'm gonna go ahead and head towards the Snowpiercer myself then.
Okay, the
do that too,
Snowpiercer is
'cause that
on
was
the
my
other.
job.
My ranger station is on the other side of the Snowpiercer, so I'm you know what? I'm jumping into Ty's, like, maybe piggyback. Yeah, piggybacking on Ty and just having her robotic ability to move very, very quickly and sprint
Sure.
through.
Sure, man.
Listen, I'm sorry. I wouldn't usually ghoul handle a person like this.
What's happening now?
I'm sorry. Let's just go. Let's just go. I'm sorry for ghoul handling you. And I guess we make it there. I don't think we need to roll to get there quickly.
What?
You get to the
Unless
ranger
something's
station.
happening.
You get to the
Okay.
forestry tower.
Okay. I tell Ty to grab any of the stuff from the workshop that she needs and to put it inside of the garage cabin of the Snowpiercer.
Okay.
So any of her workshop, I'm implying most of her work of bonus, like extra copies of your workshop stuff is there, but I assume there's like normal tools that you would have to bring in. And I'm gonna sprint up to the top of the forestry tower and check all of the cameras.
All
Like,
right.
I'm assuming I have ones also in the forest as well, sort of like surveillance.
Yeah.
and I'm checking all of them for anything like suspicious.
Smokey the Ox is not moving.
Not
Is the robot still there?
The robot is. It looks like it's slowed down the pace very badly. It's collapsed, so it's just crawling towards the heart.
how close is it to the heart?
It's about.
Oh,
It's
boy.
about.
Never send an NPC to do a PC's job.
Too close. It's too close for your
Very
comfort.
true.
Oh,
I
no.
assumed the sentry bot could take care of the dinky, half-broken
Well, clearly
Protectron.
something is
Well,
happening.
no, the protector bot is built of plutonium, so
Yes.
Plutonium. I see. Plot metal.
of course.
Okay. I'm checking all the other. Well, you know what? I'll separate it. Checking forest cams right now. All of them.
The forest cams are, from what you. All right. Do your cameras usually like go back and forth, right? Would they? Or would
Yes,
be
they would.
stationary?
They would go back and forth.
They're frozen. They're frozen in place.
Okay, they're not dead, so it's not an EMP. They've been just frozen in place.
Yes.
No bueno.
Are any of the cameras dead? Because I'm starting to think EMPs were involved. You know what? Is there a camera closer to Ox that is dead?
No. They're cameras closer to Ox, but they're still working fine.
Okay. I'm searching for anything at all.
Roll sharp.
9.
9. All right. So
That's a success.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's a regular success. It looks like whatever got Smokey the Ox to shut down was not, and it looks like it was a concentrated attack as opposed to.
No, that was a search for like. I'm searching for like anything.
Okay.
Like even if there's like hidden people, like people trying to hide as civilians that wouldn't be them, because Errol, probably Errol would be the only person, maybe besides the Outlander, to memorize every face of every person in Bendsly.
Yeah.
Like to focus on memorizing all of them. Is there any faces or things that I don't recognize that are out of place?
The only thing out of place is how come there's like the streets are deserted. You're expecting there to be more like movement and stuff, but the streets are completely deserted except for Smokey the Ox stand there in a shut off. He almost looks shut off, like someone flicked a switch and he's offline. And the robot you picked up, the Silverman.
Piss. Everyone's gone?
You don't know if they're gone or if they're in their houses. It's cold tonight. It's a cold day.
True. I'm going to. You know what? It's time.
What?
It's his time to shine. I would like to use my personal Frank radio system. I would like to
Okay.
radio to Frank.
Oh heck
And-
yeah.
I'm
Yay,
assuming
get Frank in
him,
there.
the
Frank
perfect
had better
neighbor,
not be- Frank
the
had better
perfect
not be.
neighbor would respond to a call from his neighbor. Does Frank respond?
Frank does respond, friend.
Okay.
Yes.
How many members of your family are still in this little area or in Bendsly? How many?
All of them. Why?
How many is that? Just out of curiosity, because you're a
Yes.
real interested NPC, but also there are people like Ox that we probably also should save because they're very strong and useful characters.
Yeah, we would like to
He
have the
cooked
tank
a
saved.
barbecue.
It's Frank. It's Frank, his wife, and his son. So 3.
You know what, Frank? You're a perceptive person. Did everyone run into their houses just now?
I'm not sure, Errol. From what I saw, it looks like most of them just stayed inside. I don't quite get it. I heard something about the Snowpiercer on the radio thing, but it's been acting up awful lately.
Okay. I'm going to, when I radio you again, the raiders might be showing up within a day or two, but from the looks of things, it might be now. So just get packed. I'm saving a spot on the Snowpiercer for your family.
All right. Thank you very much, more.
Thank
I'll
you,
be
thank
there
you.
soon.
Got
I'll
it.
be there soon.
Who's a sneaky little bastard that can get into houses to check if everyone's okay? The Outlander.
You just called the outline a bastard.
I
was
know,
gonna-
correction. I called him a sneaky little bastard.
So
You
I have
did.
like
You
my back.
really did
I have
a
like a
bastard.
backpack on, and I'm just like slowly moving out of town, just like at a speed where it's like if anyone needs me, then I'll be there. Or like
Plot
if
speed.
Mort calls in a favor, then I'll be there. But like fast enough to, or like where it's like I don't want to be called in to do anything, but like I will do it. Just like I'm leaving now. I hope that
Okay. Jordan, is there like the bar, the hangout? Is there like a tavern bar situation?
There are two places most people go to hang out that isn't just relaxing at the Heart. It's the bar that doesn't even have a name because it's just the bar. There's no other bar in town. Then there's
The
Frank's.
bar.
Yes.
Okay,
And then there's everyone's favorite restaurant,
Bar.
Frank's Barbecue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And both of them are the closest to the Heart of any buildings.
Okay. I'm gonna
Is
write
no
you
one
in.
else concerned about the robot slowly climbing its way to the center of town?
Well,
No,
I
we're
can
pretty
only.
concerned
yeah,
about
if you
it.
want, I could get that.
Right?
If you radioed me.
Is the Outlander and is the robot close to Frank's and the bar? Like
Robot is closer to the bar.
closer to the bar? Okay.
Frank's
I'm
and
gonna.
the bar are across the street from each other.
Okay. I'm gonna ask. Hey, buddy, Outlander. So there's a thing. I'm gonna need you to head out to the bar to see, because the whole town's gone quiet, and I don't trust that. Head out. Could you head down to the bar and also make sure that robot does not get to the Heart? Because I've all of a sudden just realized it might be a bomb.
You just
Might
hear,
be.
You just hear
we said.
sighing. Okay.
Yep,
I
you
will.
just realized this.
Yep.
If stuff goes down, then I need to get to my then I need to get to my house though.
You know what, buddy?
I will do what you ask. I will.
Okay.
Good man.
And
you're a good
if we
man,
all have
Mort.
to go, if we all have to leave, I'll reimburse you for anything you lose.
Maori, would you
Don't
say that your
promise.
medical station is at the north part of town, or is it like where would it be in town?
I think I mentioned it being at the north part because
Okay.
that's where the thickest of the forest is.
Yeah, I think you did. Sorry, Maori. As the Outlander is heading towards the bar, you hear someone shouting your name from your I don't know what to call it. Would it be like an office, I guess?
It
A
would probably
first
be
aid
like
tent.
a small area where people go to get help.
All right, so like I guess the closest thing to call it would be a clinic.
Okay.
You hear someone yelling out your name at your clinic.
I'm gonna go.
All right. As you get about I'd say halfway there, as the Outlander gets halfway towards the bar.
Oh
This
my
doesn't feel
God.
good. This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good.
Right?
No.
This is very specific.
So what happens when we get halfway there?
The robot reaches the Heart.
No!
No.
And he upgrades it.
Right?
We're all just like stressing, and he upgrades it.
There, now we won't have to worry about dying in the winter.
Yay!
I'm
And
waiting.
everyone lived happily
Okay.
ever after.
Jordan,
Yes.
as I'm waiting for if anything bad, like overly bad happens, I'm waiting to do a like evacuation siren and announce where the forestry service is hiding their vehicles, which I feel like it might be like a garage system or something, like on one of the sides of town.
All right, yeah.
And I'm going to yell out, like, if there's a combination to those locks, I will tell them out loud.
All right.
But I'm holding that action to see if anything bad happens. Because I am going, no matter what you do, Jordan, I'm going to save this town. I am going to save Bendsly. Not single-handedly, because
You
Not
forgot
sing-
the second. You forgot the second part of that sentence.
what?
Save Bensley or die trying.
Ah,
I
I'm
don't.
lo-
I
Jordan,
don't want to
everyone
kill
here
Mortimer
hates
on the
you.
first recorded episode and the second session ever, but
You wouldn't.
I'll
would.
do. I
You
do
don't
everything.
know how insane he is.
I am
Jordan,
very
I'm
stoned.
integral to plot. I have the
You
cards.
You are integral to plot. You have the cars, but
Everyone is
But not
integral
integral enough to
plot.
not die.
yes.
That's true.
I
And
mean, if he
important-
dies, we still have the cars. It's just none of us know how to drive them.
I'm pretty sure at least one of you know the basics of driving.
Let's just
Or we can die
just
trying.
go.
Okay, go
I'm-
on.
Yes.
So what happens when we get or what happens when he reaches the heart?
It looks like the robot like latches on his hand to the heart and just stops moving. I'm gonna say
Ah, terrific.
That
He was-
doesn't sound good.
It better not be sucking out all the energy.
Right? We kind of need that to live.
I need that.
I have portable heaters inside the Snowpiercer, but they're only temporary. We need to get to a better place. I have like maybe a couple
Hey,
weeks
if
worth
he
of energy.
explodes, then we're all going to a better place, if you know what I mean.
The Snowpiercer, which is a cushioned area, a better place.
Mort, I swear to God, I hate you.
I can't remember. Did you give me a
Not
radio?
time, boys.
I've
pretty-
given everyone a Mort would
Okay,
have given
okay, so
everyone
what
a radio.
happens to the robot? What happens to the robot? Just keep on
Right?
narrating.
Oh my gosh! I just realized both Maori and the Outlander would feel one of their arms becoming dead weight.
Oh,
The
didn't
At-
didn't
As the
Wait,
light,
repeat that?
Oh no.
you,
Oh,
you have
Motherfucker,
you
an
have- you
EMP.
He's an EMP.
yes, an EMP is activated. Both of you, two of you are now have dead weight as an arm.
Oh
and
no.
I only have one
But-
eye, and I only have one eye working.
It looks
Really?
like actually,
How far
Ye-
does that reach?
I was gonna
No.
say Ty's full
Oh,
robot.
I am a robot.
Oh
No, but you're at the west side. You're next to you're collecting your shit at the watchtower.
So,
you are like,
We're on the which is outside of town, way outside
Yes.
of town.
if there is a god, it is looking over you because the EMP stopped exactly at the outskirts of town.
oh, woo, thank God.
So it isn't even
Jordan, you
far
are the god.
away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't wanna-
okay.
I think it would be worse to kill off the engineer than it would be to kill the person who's driving. Just
Okay.
that's just a theory. Anyways,
I'm going to, as soon as I see cameras start dying because of that MP3, not MP3, EMP, that EMP,
That
I'm going to
darn
start-
MP3. You
I'm
just
gonna
hear
say
it,
that-
your
2000s
music.
the sirens will start playing on the Snowpiercer and the Watchtower, as well as any of the ones in the forest, announcing that the evacuation of Bendsly has started. Like a tornado siren accompanied with the telling of the code for the doors of the forest rangers' vehicles. I'm assuming those vehicles are like trucks and stuff, like be able to move through the forest in the
Okay,
snow, but not like overpower us.
I definitely drop what I'm doing and just like run to. I'm gonna say that I have a bike there, like a 4-wheeler, and like I hop on and just start driving to my bunker.
where do you head over to? Your bunker?
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to my bunker.
Okay. You start to head over to your bunker. You leave the like roads of Bendsly as Maori. I'm gonna say you are now at your clinic. It looks like the person who called you there has been shot in the shoulder.
Oh,
It-
shoot.
Roll sharp. See what the wound is.
Dang it.
What? Not sharp to find the person with the gun?
8.
8.
Oh god. Why
Alright,
so many
That's
eights?
a partial success, but I don't like that system. So I'm gonna say that that's a full success because I don't know what else would be a failure but success. This is a sniper. Someone shot this guy with a sniper.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Pretty easy to tell.
Fuck, and I can't radio to Maori or the Outlander because the EMP took off the radios. Hmm.
This is what
Oh.
happens when we rely too much on technology.
I am going to try and grab as much as I
Ty,
can with
you
one
literally
arm
are
and
technology. You
sprint
don't
to
have
the
crunch speed.
Graham.
evacuation thing. All the while looking around to make sure I don't get shot by a freaking sniper.
Jordan,
Yes, that is my
do
name.
I see the sniper?
Uh,
Because I'm up on top of my thing, and I also have a rifle
roll plus sharp to
to spot it.
yeah, you have to roll sharp to
Play
spot it.
Spy.
That's a 8.
An 8.
Yes,
Boy.
I got a 6, and I have a +2 to sharp.
Um,
So
You
many
can-
8s.
okay, because you rolled an 8, you can find them, but you can't shoot. If you do find them, you can't shoot them.
I just want to. I
This
want to
is a
like.
crappy
I want to
situation,
find.
y'all.
Yeah, I want to find them. I want to see them.
Okay.
Right
You
now, I'm
don't
just
see
calling
you don't see the sniper themselves, but you see the glint of their You see the glint of their scope.
Where are they? In the forest, on like a
Um,
sign. What are they?
They better not be on the force. In the force.
They're on top. They're on. I believe we talked about. Not. Wait, no, never mind. They wouldn't be there. It looks to be somewhere in the forest, like outside of town, on the northeast side of town. It was just a flash, but you recognize the glint of their sniper scope.
I'm going to announce. No, I can't announce.
Can't
Yes.
announce.
I can't announce to any. I'm going to radio down to Ty. Still has the ability to hear me through radio, and announce that there was an EMP blast and there could be more. So to stay outside of the city, and also, everything's gone cold. Damn it! Damn it! I knew this would happen. I had a feeling this is exactly what would happen, but I'm trying to.
You're
Arrow
really
is
trying, aren't you?
Arrow, like, this isn't just great. This is arrow cracking under the pressure of trying to keep everyone alive.
Okay, Mayori,
Oh,
are you gonna try? Are you gonna try and leave town? Like, okay, I was thinking that your clinic would be on the east side of the northern road. Is that correct, or would you rather have it be on the west side?
I'll say it's there.
All right. You can either leave through the north and circle around to the west, or you can go through through Bendsly to the Snowpiercer.
I'm going to circle around because I don't trust that sniper.
All right.
You can't trust snipers.
Speaking of which, of the Snowpiercer, Mortimer assigned me to just check on it as a whole, right, or just the people inside.
I totally just like hold. That is your position, is what he gave. Like, hold this. If people come, make sure that they are Bensley natives and let them into the residential cabin. Just anything.
All right. I'm going to start trying to
I can't
kind of
radio
direct
to. I can't
people
radio
as
to
best as I
Fred.
can.
I can't radio to Fred or Frank.
No, not
I can't-
Frank.
Not Frank.
Don't kill Frank.
Please.
No, you
Please
know what?
don't.
No, Frank would be smart enough. All of the tech in his place just shut down.
Yeah. All right, Dominic, you are at the Snowpiercer, right?
Yes.
I swear
You
to God,
see-
if you blow
you
up my
see-
car.
You see Frank and his family. They are the only people on the roads.
Oh.
It seems the sniper hasn't noticed them yet. They're on the roads and they're. It's a miracle the sniper hasn't seen them because they're all running as fast as they can.
I don't
Or-
know there's a
Dude,
sniper.
Frank is magic.
Yeah, you don't know there's a sniper, but they are not gonna get sniped yet. I'm not gonna kill Frank.
Right. Frank
Okay.
is heading out. I
Thank
have to
you.
look after everyone else.
All right.
Got it.
Can I
So-
replace the batteries in my
You can. You see, the Outlander seems like the type of person who'd be prepared for stuff like this. You have something that could reboot your arm inside the bunker.
So I reboot my arm and then
All right, wonderful.
I tell Mort I'm at my bunker. Come here if you need anything. I'm gonna go to the Snowpiercer in just a second, but I need to pack up some things.
Got it. I mean, would you be able to run through town and see if there's anyone there? Because we've only got a report of the Franks family, and that's it.
I can
And-
try, but I don't know how much time we'll have. And
How
Um,
angry would you
question-
be if I just
I
started
don't know
loading
if I-
people up now?
I don't know if I really can.
Would I be?
with the EMP?
Mort,
Well, I
don't
guess you
think-
can't really tell me. I'll just have to know.
Yeah.
later.
Mort, Okay. Did anyone respond to Mort's like the sirens through the forest and the thing of talking about getting to that area and the codes? Did anyone come?
You see someone. It sounds like one of the people closest to the Snowpiercer had heard it because the snow. Actually, roll sharp. Yeah, sharp is correct. Need to make sure.
That is a 12 natural.
Oh shoot!
Nice.
Nice, good for you. All of the whoever was planning this raid had been preparing for a very long time. All the sirens are cut except for the one on the Snowpiercer because they couldn't get to it. So
Oh,
and
bastards.
and you see a door. Oh, like you see a door near the place. Sorry. You see a door on the south side of the western road. So closest to it's pretty close to the Snowpiercer. You see the door start to open, and then you hear a as a bullet blasts through the door. You don't hear any like grunts of pain, but something. Whoever was trying to
Okay.
leave just got
So
shot at.
it sounds like people can hear me, but they're being held down by that sniper.
Yes.
Okay,
so
because that was nearby, I'd probably be alerted now, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Bastard.
I'm
You
going to
would-
tell everyone to take cover.
All right.
Yeah, if you may, I will attempt to. Actually, you know what? He's used to be part of the U.S. like service, so he would have had this. I'm gonna start playing old recordings of military inbound, like announcements of the U.S. of a military coming into the area. So it sounds very official and like I'm trying to scare the sniper away, like make him. Wait a second. I have speaker systems. I'd like to make it sound like there is a massive military convoy heading towards this area. Like
All right,
sounds of tanks and all of that.
All right. I'm gonna say you're gonna need to roll cool.
Roll plus cool. Got
Yes.
it. Got it. I have a +1 to cool. This will be bastard. Both of my dice just fell off. Give me a second. Fucking.
Okay, I was worried that you were gonna say both of my dice rolled 1.
Yeah,
I
don't be
know.
snake eyes.
That's what I was worried
Not
about
right
too.
now.
This is how Errol Mortimer died.
Okay.
This
That
was-
is a
this was
okay.
the story.
So, that is an 11 plus my with my bonus, which is a critical success.
Good for you. So
Oh yeah, I add 1 point of experience.
oh yeah, because that is a highlighted stat. Yeah, if I told any of you guys to roll with a highlighted stat at mark experience,
How much
Once you get-
experience to level up?
5. You need whenever you reach 5 points, you level up. So really, yeah.
Okay. Got it. So yeah, I make it sound like there's a massive military convoy heading through the forest and all that. Like the sounds of trees snapping and like military people screaming. I'm trying to scare the sniper away. Or scare the raiders. At least, and maybe they won't recognize it for long enough, like permanently, but it might be enough. I want it enough to get people to where they need to be.
You can't hear any response. Like it seems like whatever these raiders are doing, they either are you don't know if they escape or not because you couldn't see the sniper, you could only see the glint of his scope.
Okay, but I hear it through the market through.
Yes.
I hear it through my the radios and all of that. I can hear the audio playing.
Yes, the audio is playing.
Okay, I'm going to announce through the speakers. I mean, y'all could have tried to attack Bendsly, but then again, I'm guessing y'all didn't know about Bensly's private military. Like, I would suggest
So-
you get out of there, and that's attached to the cool roll that I did.
As you say that, Dominique, I think. All right, who could see the heart at the moment? Out of everyone here, who would be able to see?
I
the
mean,
heart?
I'm at the
Which part
Snowpiercer,
of
so if I
town
could see it from
is
there,
Ty
then
on?
yeah.
I technically Mortimer could. He's on top of the tower.
Yeah, but you're far away from it. Ty, I'm pretty sure we said that you were on the west side.
Okay.
She's inside of the
She's on the
tower
west
as
side.
well. She's inside of the tower getting all of her shit together
Okay,
and getting ready.
because Ty's currently busy, they don't see it, but you see the robot or the Silvermen. Suddenly, one of their arms was on the heart, which is now completely shut off. And its
Oh,
other
no.
arm reaches up, and you hear what sounds to be a laugh track as it detonates, obliterating the heart and like every building around it. Like the entire center of Bendsly is now gone.
I knew it was a
Oh
bomb.
no!
Okay.
We called it, but we didn't want it.
Okay, do I
Wait,
hear
yeah,
it?
Nat and I said it's a
Oh.
bomb, and
And
everyone was
then-
like, let's go different places.
Yeah, screw seeing it. I've heard enough. I'm gonna start
that-
piling people into the Snowpiercer. Children
Okay.
first, then women, then
The
men.
laugh track bit though, that's
That
comedy gold.
That
That's
came
pretty
straight out
good.
of freaking Predator.
Okay.
That's when
Are
you all
people able to move now? Are people able to leave and move now that I rolled a critical success to get them critical cool to get the raiders scared? I critically succeeded on that. Are people able to move now?
from what you can tell, most of the residential buildings were close to the heart, and almost
Oh, no.
like, so there are about 5 buildings like on each side of the street. 3 of those buildings are now just completely obliterated. So there are a lot of casualties.
Do I hear that? Does the Outlander hear that?
Oh, you would definitely hear that. Like all of you could feel the ground shake. This was
Okay,
a power.
so I finish packing up and then I load it onto my bike and I just start going.
And
Yeah,
that's
I'm
when
gonna
I-
sprint.
Do I
That's
have to
when you-
roll anything to start loading
Can I
people in?
move?
I don't
no.
believe so.
No, there are not that many people. It looks like most of the people are either actually no. At this point, they're scared for their life. You see people like you
How
can tell
many?
basically every single citizen that hadn't been obliterated by the bomb is now trying to head over to the Snowpiercer.
Okay.
Well, at least they're listening now.
What
Time
would
to
that number
maintain
be?
some order.
What would that
Um,
number be?
I would say about 50 people. There are 50. That's all you could see. There may be more from the north side.
Okay,
Mhm.
Mortimer is
Right.
going to I'm gonna rappel down the side of the fire tower of the watchtower,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna rappel and I'm going to attempt to get on top of the Snowpiercer because I
Alright.
implied I was close to it, and I'm
Yeah.
going to announce to everyone. I'm going to direct them maybe on the west side as well. We'll just for sake of brevity that I'm going to tell them all the code to the number code to get to the vehicles from the Forestry Service is 5793. I can only fit around 22ish people in here. Anyone who thinks they can fend for themselves, get there. Otherwise, get here.
That's
Now, move.
you hear you know that recording you did of the tanks and the soldiers?
Mm-hmm.
You hear a legitimate version of that as you see an
Oh, God.
APC
Oh,
like on the horizon. You see a raider, like a legitimate. At one point, it was a clean army APC, but on closer inspection, you can tell that this thing has had a crap ton of not very good looking, but very effective looking upgrades. Whoever these raiders are, they found a military camp, and so now. So even though you rolled a critical success about your private army, they are a private army.
I did
I recommend you get down to the Snowpiercer.
Yeah, I'm in the cabin already.
Alright.
I'm announcing to everyone to get here now. Now.
So you see, most of the citizens that were heading there turn around, and then like one of them looks to be some he looks like one of the it would be a ranger. You see a ranger turn around and a bullet from the APC's turret goes straight through his skull, leaving a window through his head.
Oh, that's nice.
And then the machine guns start to fire, plowing down the citizens that weren't close
Oh,
to the
God.
Snowpiercer.
Okay.
No.
Can I say?
Anyone that's close to the Snowpiercer, I don't care if we exceed our comfortable capacity. I'm radioing this to Dominic. Just get everyone in. It does not matter.
Yeah, that's
Does
what
not
I've been
matter.
doing
In,
this whole
in.
time.
Yeah, in. It doesn't matter but capacity. Let's just go.
Yeah.
We need to
So
get
I'm-
everyone in
I'm
here.
just cramming anyone who's nearby in, and as soon as that's done, I'm just going to go over to the cab and just kind of hop onto the driver's side and just kind of hold on.
Okay. For sake of convenience, I'm gonna say the cab is modified so it has more than just the normal 2 to 3 seats, like enough to sit most of our group. Unfortunately, Ty might not be able to sit in the cabin with us, unfortunately, because of size problems.
So
Oh,
that would
thanks.
be 4. So that would be
Yes.
4-seater. Okay.
Actually,
So can I?
Okay.
Can I?
Okay.
Now?
I'm just
Alright.
going
Maybe I
to, if
can't
you
go
don't mind,
through
Mr.
the
Mort, I'm going to
middle
have
of
your
the
door
throne.
open and hanging off to the side, or I'm going to be
Okay.
hanging off.
I just rolled for the Raiders to attack, and they got a 10. So the 50 civilians that were heading your way, have 40 of them have just been plowed down by the machine gun.
Okay, so it's not cramming. At least there's comfortable space. Positives.
Okay.
I ride up and just like get. I have like 2 duffel bags full of stuff from my base. I chuck it in and then I go to the cab and hop in and just say, so what's the status?
Not good.
Yes, a lot of gas.
Errol is like sitting in his seat, just like 1,000-yard stare, panicking, like.
Okay, can I
The APC's
can I
advance
just like grab?
stops. The APC's advance stops as you see what appear to be modified military jeeps get out of the side and go straight into the town.
As I'm waiting, yes.
Where
Can
am I?
Can I just say,
Mayori,
are
I
you
wanna
okay
say-
to drive? Are you okay to drive this? Or are you too stressed
Yeah.
out? If you're too stressed
you-
out, then I could drive.
You circled around successfully. You got to the Snowpiercer.
Mortimer slaps himself across the face. Whew, okay, I'm good. Let's do this.
Okay, Mayori. Whenever you ran around, by the time you got to where you could see the road again, that's when the APC started firing.
Mhm.
So you didn't see the APC until after it already started shooting down civilians and rangers. And now there are what appear to be a small pack of 4 modified military jeeps. They all stop like near the heart, and as one of them gets out, you see, if any of you have played any of the Modern Warfares from Call of Duty, you know the Juggernauts?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Someone in a modified Juggernaut suit steps out of one of the jeeps, and on a loudspeaker says, "This town is ours now, fella. Run while you can. I enjoy a good game of cat and mouse."
I dislike this person.
Yes.
Now, Jordan, I have a
Yes.
rifle, and I know the fact that this person probably has a very high hit chance, but if I critical hit, could I kill this man automatically?
Let's see what you roll.
Okay. You know what? From the Snowpiercer, like, I'm gonna take aim and do
I
once.
have a higher hard than you. I can take the
Roll-
shot if you want.
No,
Yeah,
if-
take
if
that.
you
Yeah,
roll- If you're rolling cool, you'd be rolling cool.
I'd be rolling cool.
Yes.
I
If you're
have- I
shooting,
think-
you're rolling cool.
Okay, I have a. Okay, cool.
Cool is +1.
I also have a +1, but you have better stuff with guns, right?
I mean, all my gun stuff is just. I mean, is this an acting under fire roll, Jordan?
Yes, I would say it's actually.
Then I roll hard anyway, so I have +2.
Okay, pretty cool.
Yes, take the shot.
All right.
Hello? Did I
Yep.
crash? Okay. I thought I crashed.
Hey,
was that?
Jordan.
Yes, that is my name.
Remember how
What
you
is
said it required a critical hit?
Did you roll a critical?
It's a critical.
Yes!
So you shot with your assault
Gun
rifle,
lugger,
right?
baby.
You shot with your
That's a
assault rifle,
big
right?
ass middle finger.
This is why you don't mess with Bendsly.
Do
Huh.
I kill him?
And kill over half the citizens.
You fire a bullet as it rams right into the helmet and falls down uselessly. His armor class is higher than the assault rifle's
Are
damage.
you kidding?
I'm still
my
just gonna yell.
You forgot that armor just deletes damage.
I really did.
Yeah, even though he rolled a critical, that he just shot it. The armor it doesn't
Okay,
even.
does it scare the guy? Because he assumes that you would reach have a shot actually hit him from that
He
far
seems
away.
Considerably insane.
Yeah. This guy just had a suicide bomber robot attack your base, and okay, you can see that he has the Juggernaut suit, but instead of a minigun, he has what appears to be a modified grenade launcher, like the 6-shooter.
I want it.
And you
We
see
need to
that on the top
go.
Yeah,
of the Juggernaut helmet, he has fashioned together a scrap crown. Whoever this guy is, he is the king of this area.
Okay, since everyone's here, I'm gonna have the back area open, and Ty, you're able to get inside of the garage area. Or,
Okay.
you know
Even
what?
as the bullet just plinks down uselessly, I just yell at him as loud as I can. Eat soul and
As
fall
soon
off
as
your
he's-
horse.
You know what? As soon as
Roll the
he says
9.
that, I'm assuming Ty is able to get inside and shuts the back thing, and the
Yeah.
Snowpiercer bullets off because its bonuses are fast and spacious, which means
Okay.
it is faster than all vehicles.
So can I?
And so the moment that Dominique said "eat asshole," whoever the king is fires the grenade from his grenade launcher.
Describe this
Oh,
like
shit.
vividly. Come on, Jordan. Like the wind and
He
the
pulls the trigger,
noise.
and you can hear it.
Dude,
Fly.
don't pick off the DM.
He wasn't aiming to hit you guys. He was aiming to scare the out of Dominique, because the explosion was right next to his wherever he entered from. So it is. I'm guessing Dominic was riding shotgun.
I just kind of implied that I was kind of hanging off the side.
Oh well. The explosion shakes you, and you lose grip. You fall off the side.
Oh my god.
I would not. Okay, I
You
would
really
not.
aren't that good with vehicle. All right, you can roll plus. You can roll under fire, so plus cool to try and grab him.
Can 2 of us do that?
The Ty's at the back. Ty's at the greatest chance to grab him. Y'all are in
Yeah.
the cockpit.
I
Oh,
got
I'm
a
in
5.
I thought I put my stuff in the back.
Oh, never mind. Then yes, you would be there too.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, both of you are in the back. Both of you can roll to grab him.
Let's hope my dice don't ruin me now.
Please, because you're our last chance.
Please.
5.
I would
Five.
no.
Oh!
Wait.
Other
One of my
roll.
abilities as a driver is that when I'm attempting to help someone, I can help y'all with my vehicle. And I can roll plus its power to give y'all a bonus to things. So
Alright.
that brings
So
those
if we're
5s
both
up to
trying do
7s.
the same thing, and we're in the
Yes.
same place. Can we
Um,
like work together? Is that a thing that we can
So-
do?
You can. I
Um,
can.
Those are
closest
both
thing-
7s now, by the way.
Yeah, so that would both be a partial success. So
Do
because
partials two partials make a guess?
Two partials
Make a
mean
guess.
you guys both successfully get a grip on him, but both of you lose some supplies.
No, I kind of need those.
So
Well,
can I?
It wasn't It wasn't like you lost all your duffel bags of supplies. It's just some of it. So you can't. You went from about a week's worth or a month's worth of medical supplies to about like 2 weeks worth.
oh no.
Great. Okay, all of this
So-
is good. Cool. Okay.
Okay, as soon as I have a confirmation, you know what? I send a radio call down the chain to confirm from everyone running. Out of the 10 people, did I get any rangers in that group of people?
Right? Where the hell did they go?
They got gunned down. They're coming to help, but a lot got gunned down. Did I get any rangers?
Where were they earlier?
At least one.
There is at least there are 2 rangers or 3 rangers that made it, but only one of them brought their weaponry.
Okay. are they actual rangers, but are they recruits?
The one who brought his gun is a actual ranger. The other one is a volunteer.
Okay, Jordan, get ready to create a personality for this ranger because it's Errol's new best buddy. Okay. Whew. And I start peeling. What's a highway close along Texas? I-80. I start peeling
I-10.
off I-10.
Yeah,
I start peeling down. I don't know.
Dude,
Post
I-10 is
the long
everywhere.
10. The long 10. I don't know. Whatever we're gonna call this highway.
Highway.
Well, I would just call it the long 10 because it does go across the entirety of the U.S. So I start bulleting down the I-10.
All right.
For those in the front thing, the Snowpiercer's built with like a splitter in front of it, like a big triangle, so that it splits all the snow to either side as it's driving along the.
Hence the name.
Yes.
Wait, we just lost the rest of your trucks.
No, they're
they're
inside it.
They're
Oh,
inside.
yeah, there's a compartment. Or...
Yeah, they're inside the garage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also,
It's for
for everyone who is stuck in one of the separate garages, all three they're all attached to each other. There's a walkway in between all of them.
It's a centipede.
Centipede, basically, yes.
Yes. Okay.
It is very dangerous to move while we're driving, but there are handrails. As long as you don't trip and fall, then you probably won't fall down. But considering Jordan,
Probably. Just
all I'm saying is
over
there.
half the populace.
Yes, I'm just gonna say, Errol has no direction he's going. He's just he's like, until we like are 100% safe, and I'm saying 100%, he's just taking the I-10 and just driving.
I tell him just.
You don't hear any other vehicles. It sounds like you're the only one on this road. What you do hear is more explosions from where Bendsly was.
Oh, goodbye,
And
Bensley.
Oh.
And you see a plume of smoke slowly raising over the horizon. Or over the forest.
Why did they do that? There was no what? I'm upset.
So how armored is Austin or Aus, as we're calling it Aus, right?
It's like the big capital, yes, I'm assuming. Or is there a different name for Austin, Jordan?
I haven't thought of a name for Austin yet. I guess
Okay.
we're just gonna call it New Austin for now.
Okay.
Austin is
New Austin.
yeah, New Austin. Yeah. Okay. Austin is relatively well protected, but even though it has good walls, but it's very not a good place to live. It's filthy, it's crime ridden, it's the government. Most of the people who have political power there are corrupt hacks. Mainly the only reason you go to New Austin is if you actually have no other place to go.
Okay.
Wow, what happened?
Perhaps we'd have better luck just going to New Mexico.
Is the traffic
We
still bad?
Or just Mexico.
Mexico. We could head. I know it's
it might
against
be
what
quicker to
Jordan
just go to
wanted because
Mexico.
of how he's built the cities, but we could technically head upstate, like up into like Oklahoma, that area, just up the United States towards Canada,
All right.
that general area. We could head up as opposed to heading down.
Do you think it might be safer in Canada? I mean,
Yes,
do we know
Canada.
if like it probably wouldn't be common knowledge at this point, but like did the entire world get swept up in the nuclear warfare, or is it just like the United States and maybe
Actually,
a couple other countries?
I mean, would you like to run this in character because Errol knows the answer?
Oh, sick.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I'm just going to I'm going to thank my saviors. I think it was Ty and the Outlander,
Yeah.
or was it?
Or,
It
no,
was
it's
Ty and Maori.
Yeah.
It was Errol.
So
I feel so loved.
I'm going. Sorry,
No,
I couldn't
we
remember
love
if it was you or the
Maori.
Outlander because the Outlander was. I heard something about duffel bags, and I just remembered the Outlander's freaking duffels.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to tell both of you that I owe you one, or thanks, I owe you one.
Also, I'm going to assume
Trying to
you've
call
shut
it
the
not
back of the
calling off
garage.
trucks
Yeah.
anymore.
Mhm.
And I'm going to go up to Mortimer and just kind of like, okay, that's done with. What's the plan now?
I have no idea. I mean, we could head up down to Oz, maybe New Antonio. I mean,
What about the port?
we could. I don't know. Like, there's no point in leaving to other countries. Everywhere got nuked.
I have connections.
Everywhere got.
I
have
meant, like,
connections in
port-
almost every town.
Yeah,
Okay, that's good enough. But can your connection support
do
what?
I have connections in every town? Can I have connections in every town?
You have connections in Antonio City, and you had connections in Christie or Corp. I think
Oh.
it's Christie.
I thought we decided to go with Aransas.
No, Aransas is going to be another town.
Okay.
Hmm.
But you had a
I'm not going to remember any of this.
you had a connection in Corpus, but you haven't heard from them in like easily a year.
I'm just going to conveniently bring up to Mortimer.
I have connections in almost every city.
I'm going to just
Like,
conveniently
I-
bring up to Mortimer. Hey, you still owe me a trip to the coast, remember? Well, kind of.
Mortimer, like, sighs, looks at you as a very defeated person. I understand that I owe you a trip to the coast, but right now, he puts his hand on your shoulder. And he like point from hand on the shoulder, like sort of points back to everyone in the residential cabin. I owe all of those people something a little current, which is a new place to live.
Misunderstand what I'm saying.
Please don't take over this vehicle for your own criminal means.
No.
I really don't like that
Look.
idea.
All I'm saying is, Ocean is seeming pretty good right now. There's access to resources down there, probably. I'm sure there's some kind of food down there. It might be good to head down that way.
True.
Yeah, you were
I had a
originally
connection.
going to go that way to get resources.
That
Uh,
is true. That is true.
I have a connection in
Trust
Christie.
me, I might appear rather off at times, but
You are rather
I'm not
off at
callous.
times.
Okay. We'll just keep moving. Dominic and you know what? Outlander. Could you two go check through the residential cabin to check who made it? This is welcome to Grant forcing Jordan to create character names on the spot. This will be fun.
Yes, create character names for those who are devastated by their loved friends and family who just died in explosions.
Technically speaking, the Frank family is still all together and happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
Of
Yeah,
course.
that's
so-
like
So there's at least 3 Rangers and the Frank family. That's 6 of the 10. So I guess you have to just create 4 other people. No,
I mean,
wait,
there's
never
also
mind.
the people that
No.
we had in the Snowpiercer beforehand.
That's what I just realized. So yeah, it is 10 people.
We have like 26 people, if I remember correctly now. Plus us.
I might give you names of a few of them because I don't know what you're expecting me to create 26 names and personalities on the spot.
Well, how many?
Well,
I
one
was
of them
ass-
is
I
the
was
Sparrow,
assuming.
I believe.
Wait, I was just. Oh no, you don't have to create the names for those ones. Subtract those 16 because they already have names and personalities created by Jackson, who unfortunately can't make it again.
Yeah, Jackson died. He DM'd me. He said he probably can't make it.
oof.
As a reference, you have the info for his gang though, don't you?
Yes, he did send me the info for his gang.
Okay, maybe you
Or at
can
least his members.
maybe go and talk to some of the people from the wood back in the cap. Actually, you would have passed them, Dominic, because they're not in the residential cabin. They're with their bikes in lodge.
I'll check on everyone that made it out.
Yeah. But also, I was assuming there was 10 on top of the Frank family and the people there. So it's just 10 names as opposed to 26.
Yeah, and I got 4 names so far.
Okay.
Frank
I mean,
family.
I'm just gonna keep driving and actually, you know what? He gestures towards a fridge like attached to the side. Could you grab me one of those? You assuming it's beers? It's a box full of Kazam Cola.
Honestly, that's somehow even less surprising. I'll hand you one.
Just like opens it up and just starts drinking. Calms him down a lot.
Drinking like the end of the world again.
I'm going to take the Outlander and I'm going to go check out Residential first. Actually, that's the only place I'm going to check out for now,
before we
just for
leave,
Jordan's sake.
Before we leave, I tell Mort, yeah, I had add a connection in Christie if we need to go there. I'm not sure how they're doing now. I haven't heard from them in a while.
Jordan, would it be
Yeah.
easier to hit? Because I want to hit one of the two big cities. Okay. Even if they're not big cities, I would like you to tell me because we've implied Mort has traveled at least in like around this area. He's been to at least all of the neighboring states, as well as sort of explored Texas a good deal before he settled down again. Are there any other cities, big or small, on the way to Corpus?
You're gonna need to roll plus cool to think. Right
To
now,
remember, I'm very, very stressed right now.
yeah. So
I have just lost another one of my dice to the great pit of my bed. Damn it! Son of a
While
fun
you're doing
time.
that, I'm actually going to map Big Ben to Corpus.
Okay. That is a plus cool, which I have a +1 at. That's a 10.
a 10.
That's a 10. That's a success.
There are, at the moment, you can't think of their names. You're too focused on driving straight. Even though that the long 10 hasn't had a lot of movement recently, most of it is still in disrepair. So pieces of the road are broken down. There's a bunch of there's just a bunch of debris and hazards.
Well,
on
the
road.
Pierce on front of it. It's fine.
Oh, this is gonna take forever. This is like
Oh.
an 8-hour drive on normal conditions.
And we are in a post-apocalypse with snow. And
Let's see, the fastest way takes us through places such as Fort Stockton. Further down the line, it takes us through Sonora. We pass through Kerrville. New
Waco might be a big
Antonio.
place.
we passed through New Antonio.
Do we pass?
Yeah. And we just go all the way down to Corpus Christi.
Do I know? You know what? Maybe not directly in our path to get there, but do I know if? Can I remember if there's any towns close by-ish? Like, I don't even need to know their names. I just need to know the direction they're in. I feel like Errol is in the point of I need to get somewhere. I need to get these people somewhere.
There is a town. Last you remember, there is a town southwest of here.
Okay, I'm gonna take the I-10 southwest
Actually, I think they'd be east.
east.
Yeah. northeast.
I'm going to get to that town,
Okay.
or at least start making my way down that area.
Okay.
And then I guess we cut to residential district because I'm actually curious who our NPCs of the campaign are going to be.
All right.
Oh boy.
So I'm just going to start checking in with people, asking their name and occupation.
Also, like you, just as an FYI from Grant, also probably ask, are they okay?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm also
if they're
going to ask
broken
if they need
bone.
medical attention or anything like
There
that.
we go.
Well, I just assume
Maybe a
I'd already
therapist.
been focusing on that.
All right. In that case, I'm just going to let Maori
Basically
take care
just,
of it.
like standing behind him, silent.
But yeah, I'm just going to ask name and occupation then, because Maori's going to probably be tending to them anyways.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So, what kind of gang do we have here?
You recognize Frank and his family.
of course.
Frank owns a barbecue. I
So
know that
technically, he's a cook. He can cook.
much. Mhm.
Okay, we have a cook. That's good.
We won't starve.
We won't starve.
Yeah.
I don't have any cooking abilities. I have like several crates of Kazam cola. That's about all the food I have.
Ooh,
Although
I just remembered. I have a freaking med kit of my own.
I will say he has, we'll say he has like a month's worth of like ration, but he knows for a fact that if he forces people to eat rations constantly, he's going to break down morale very quickly. Here's your next order of slop.
Oh,
Okay.
Can I say that I grabbed some? I want to say that I grabbed some food and water, and then materials to make just to pitch an easy tent if I need to sleep in the woods.
You would have a lot of food if you was just by
And
yourself.
a toolbox too, yeah.
Yeah, You got most of those, but you have enough food and water for about a day's worth of travel.
Is that a day's worth of trouble for everyone?
Yeah, for everyone.
Okay, that makes sense.
And yeah,
I have a question.
So I have that, and then I have a toolbox for my cyborgism.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did my arm go back online?
Yes, it did.
Can I remember the name of the town I'm heading toward?
Um,
Now that everything's sort of calmed down? Because I'd like to make an announcement through the Snowpiercer to give people sort of hope. Because I feel like it's going to be needed.
the town
Probably.
is called Rocket.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading towards Rocket. We're gonna probably head a route, so we're head through New Antonio, as well as we're gonna head towards Christie and maybe some of the other port towns. They have more bountiful supplies there because the water keeps everything nice and warm-ish, warm adjacent. So I'll just keep together, keep faith, and we'll get through this. And then I turn off the transmission and let everyone interact with the NPCs now while Mort drives.
So, we have Frank. What's everyone else in his family?
Frank's wife is named Sherry, and his son is named Jacob.
All right. Do Sherry and Jacob have any particular skills or
Not,
occupation?
not particularly. Jacob's still fairly young.
Like
Okay.
how young?
He's about 17.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You made me think like toddler age or some
Nah,
All right.
he's too young for anything bad to happen to him because that goes against some like law or something.
Cinema. Well, bad
Yeah.
things can't happen to kids in TV shows, but they can in movies.
Yeah.
My
And-
God.
But they,
Damn.
they're in video games, and technically speaking, this is a video game.
I don't remember. Did Sherry have any skills, or is she just kind of there?
Sherry usually would just help out Frank with cooking, so they're like a team.
All right, I'll just put them both down as cooks. All right, who else do we have, and what are their occupations? I know we have a ranger in here that has a weapon on them.
There's Shell.
Oh, it's Shell? Wait,
No,
I think...
Shell isn't the one that's armed. Shell is one of the survivors.
Okay, got it.
Shell managed to make it. It looks like he's taken a bullet to the leg, but it looks like he'll be fine. It's nothing
All
very.
right, I'm just gonna write apprentice ranger next to Shell.
There's a ghoul named Thomas. Who
Is he the other ranger? Or is he...
He's the actually armed ranger. I think there's one more ranger.
Okay,
There's one more ranger. Three
What
survived.
was Thomas before the war?
Thomas was a.
I don't know why my brain thought camp counselor.
Thomas is just a camp counselor name.
He is.
Hey kids, I'm Thomas.
Hey guys, I'm Thomas. Nice to meet you. He was a camp counselor, but he also before he started working at the Big Bend Park, he used to be a security guard. So
Okay, so he's got security and he actually has probably some of the best stuff for surviving out here because he, as a camp counselor, he has the ability to train and control massive groups of people vis-a-vis camp counseling, because that's absolute hell. And also security training. Okay, that's good. What about the other ranger?
I'm
Or the
going to
other...
write down armed ranger, security, and counselor as his job skills.
Wonderful.
All right, third ranger.
the third ranger is named Robert. Robert is he's similar to Shell. It's just that he's a bit more rude. Where Shell's just freaking out and panicking, he's just stuttering a lot. Robert doesn't think through what he's saying when he's panicked, so he usually tends to insult people.
Okay, so he's not bad, he's blunt, which at some point might be useful, actually, to have a blunt person who can just spit the
All
truth.
right. That takes care of our rangers and the cooks. So who's left? Were they counted in the 10 that survived?
I don't think so. I think it was implied the 10 were those guys were already inside the thing. So there's
No. Frank and his family were already in. The Rangers count towards the 10, though.
I assume so.
So that
Jordan,
would
is
mean there are
that
7
correct?
people left, I think. It's either 7 or 4.
I have 4 people written down. So
We'll go with that.
Okay.
you
So-
have Jim. Jim was a
Is his name Jim?
no. His name is not Jim. His name is Jim. His name is just Jim. Yeah.
Just
Okay.
Okay.
He is a. What would he be? He was unemployed. He has no current occupation. He was a farmer at Bendsly. He was the Bendsly farmer.
That might be helpful if we actually manage to settle down somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. Who else?
We have Deagle. Deagle's what would he be? He would be he was gonna be a one of the Rangers, but he is very, very clumsy, so most people just used him to help with cleaning
I
stuff.
thought Deagle was the name of the robot that ran the gun store.
I don't think I ever named the robot that ran the gun store.
I forgot
Odd.
we even had a gun store.
I thought we'd have more time in Bensley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably should have at least given you guys that before the Silverman incident. Then there's Brick.
Brick?
Yes, his name is Brick. He is a scientist, or he's not necessarily a scientist, but he is a researcher, basically.
Closest thing to a scientist we got.
Yeah, close. And then we have Rifle, who all of you remember is I would have killed the thing if my gun was loaded.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I was
Rifle.
wondering about
Bumbling
that.
idiot.
No!
Rifle, the bumbling idiot. He is
Did
good
he
at.
bring his gun?
We
He
got
did
caught
bring
with
his gun.
2 klutzes.
Yes, one of them actually has a use, but the other one is Both
Just
of them
straight
have
up
a-
an idiot.
yeah. Both of them, or the first one. I think I said that Deagle.
Deagle.
Yeah, Deagle. He's not an idiot. He's just dumb, or he's just clumsy.
Accident prone.
Yeah, accident prone. That's a better term for it. Rifle isn't necessarily. He's dumb. He's probably the dumbest person that survived, but he is pretty street smart.
Maybe we should kill him and turn him into food first.
No. We are not resorting to cannibalism on this train. On this truck.
It's okay. I'm
We'll
sure we'll
turn
be able to.
this snow
We can
rifle
probably
piercer
eat the
around.
irradiated
I will
wildlife.
turn
right?
this piercer around, young man.
Rifle is the. Rifle has the most muscle out of everyone who survived.
All right. I'm going to write in parentheses muscles, man.
The muscle.
Half mule.
Okay. Turns out he might have a use.
Oh, hey, what happened to Ox?
Oh, he's
Ox?
dead.
Yeah,
Oh, he got a.
We
even,
couldn't.
even though Ox hadn't necessarily been shut, he had been like shut down. All right, because we've already passed that point. Whatever hit him was a like focused EMP dart. Like it was a dart that would create a small, like a very small EMP, and it shut him down. And then by the time he would be able to reactivate himself, the explosion went off and destroyed him.
No.
That's so sad.
I will
Yes.
say, in the residential cabin is the cardboard, is the like metal cutout of Smokey the Ox. It is on the wall there. I have a wall of like what Errol thinks could be art. It's a lot of like forestry posters talking about like save the forest, don't burn down trees. And there's a couple of Smokey the Ox being a rude boy to people who are being bad to the forest. I don't know. An image of, I don't know, Smokey the Ox wrestling a litterer or something. I don't know.
So besides Shell, how many people are injured?
Shell is injured. Jacob looks like he scraped himself. While he was running, he tripped and his arm got scraped off of the floor.
He should be fine then. We might
Yeah.
want to try disinfecting that a bit, but it should be all right.
Jacob's the other ghoul, correct?
Jacob is Frank's son.
Oh,
So,
I thought that was it Jim who was the other ghoul?
Thomas is another ghoul.
Thomas.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's
Thomas
right.
Yeah, Thomas. The camp counselor. Security guard turned camp counselor.
Got it.
He's nice,
Oh.
but he's also... You could tell he's a security guard.
All right.
Got it.
So, okay. Jacob will be fine. We should probably just disinfect that wound. We'll need to take care of Shell. Is everyone else all right?
It looks like Brick had gotten... While Brick was leaving, he got shot by the sniper. His elbow. He got shot in the elbow. Somehow.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
Is it broken like completely? Is his arm lame?
His arm is probably not going to be as fast as it used to be, but it's
It's not dead. It's not gone. It's
Yeah.
okay.
So I'm going to let Maori borrow my angel kit that I have hidden under all of my scarves and crap.
And I'm going to ask that Dominique and the Auslander together, because I don't 100% trust these people. I'm gonna ask that they go check on the people in the garage. That being the people from the wood.
Oh boy.
All right. So, by the way, Maori, you have 2 extra stock in your kit now because I'm letting you borrow my supplies.
Got it. Thanks.
You probably could use it more than I can.
Probably.
All right. So, as Errol requested, I'm now going to go and check on the gang and see if everyone's still okay there.
Mainly because Errol didn't have time to look them over, and he trusts your opinion, like of able to read people. Actually, that's kind of why he asked the Outlander to come with, because he knows the Outlander can read people fairly well. And so he's just sort of, maybe even as a silent observer of what the hell is going on.
So, Jordan, tell us, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
mostly Jacob will not shut up about how come they left his dog.
Oh no!
Oh, we're checking out the
Not
gang
my
now.
dog.
Okay, we're turning around now.
Yeah,
Nothing
we're
will
going
stand
back to the
between
dog.
us and the dog.
I will say the
he's-
dog is not dead.
I'm going to catch a rod and give it to him
Dog's
as a
not
pet.
dead? Wait, what?
The dog is not dead. It's just missing.
Dude, we're gonna find that dog.
Good.
We better.
So,
They're
Errol's
going to
request,
the
gang.
yeah.
Sparrows gang.
All right, the sparrows. I have no idea how he wrote his characters.
But you
So
have names and descriptions. Huh?
I just have names. That's all he gave me.
Oh, well,
Right.
the names should connect to character traits and all that because they are fairly one-dimensional characters.
I think he named one of the characters Kenobi.
Yeah.
So it's Sam, Kenobi, Jones, Riffley. His handwriting sucks. Freddie, James, Craig. Hey, that's my name. Jack, DeVito. He has a guy named Obama. He has a guy named Dwayne. Grez, Grunt. I think that's
Holy
Emmett.
crap! This is slow down a little bit. I'm trying my best.
That's
Okay.
a lot of people.
Okay, ready to get lost on.
All right. Kenobi. All right, I got Sam, Kenobi, Jones, Freddie,
Kenobi,
James,
Obi-Wan.
Craig,
Yep.
Jack, DeVito, Obama, and Dwayne.
I think that's. I cannot read half of these. I think that's Grez. He can correct it if that's wrong.
Like
Grez?
Grez, Gres, you think?
Gres. That's what I can read. Grunt.
All right.
I think that's Hammock, and I think he named his last guy Muslim. He also has another guy named Riffley, who's farther up.
That's a lot of people.
There, he has to have a gang of 15 people.
That's a lot of people.
It is. I can give context because it'll be hard to parse through all of that bull. the people from Hollywood, a lot of them are. This is a group of scavengers coming out from a post-apocalyptic raider-filled Hollywood. No relation to the raiders that just attacked us. They are
Good.
relatives. They are the generations after the denizens of Hollywood. So
Right.
they think they are better than everyone. So they think that they can push their own weight. There are different clans of raiders surrounded around a different celebrity for each one. For example, there's each member of a clan, I don't know, if related to Johnny Depp, be named different Johnny Depp character names. And
I
then
see.
the leader
I
of
have
that
an
group,
idea.
They would also
Or-
take some traits
Ripley
from
might be
Johnny Depp.
Ripley.
Yeah, maybe Ripley.
and
But
they also take
Everyone
the ones that
knows
actually
that
have the names of the characters are like the best of the best from that group. So Obama is quoting himself as the son of Obama, or as
And
Obama, or the
Dwayne
heir
is
of
just
Obama.
straight up Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yes.
DeVito
No
is
one
Danny
touched
DeVito.
Yeah. There's also a. I'm very disappointed you didn't have a guy named Edward who has a claw hand. This is a disappointment.
I thought you were going to say he was a very crappy vampire.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Glad I wasn't alone. Otherwise, I was going to be really embarrassed.
Okay. Unless Jordan, you have no idea how to interact with the characters, do you?
No,
Right.
his characters. I wasn't there to talk to him about their personalities, so
Okay,
he's
do they
Neither was
appear
I.
injured in any way, or are they safe because they were already in here?
they're all safe. Most of them are just appear to be freezing.
Okay. Well, everyone else is too, so not much I can do about that.
Well, actually, no, they're not freezing
wait,
because
I
in
have
each of the
portable heaters.
cabins, no, not a portable heater. There is a good-sized heater in both of those cabins.
Yeah, I
They're
would
like
prefer-
tiny versions of the heart in
Sick.
each of those cabins to keep everyone nice and toasty.
Well, in that case,
There's also a
everything
bunch
should
of
be fine.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those smaller heaters in the cabins.
And I also have one that you gave to me for my.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be a raw hunt, but I never got to go on it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, we'll end up taking care of that at some point. Okay, actually, no, we won't because
I really feel like we won't need to. Actually, we should just use the raws for our own benefit. We should bring them back to freaking Bendsly with us.
the town
You ever s-
formerly known as Bendsly.
You ever
They're
seen the
probably-
movie
We're looking
Avatar?
at the Big old crater.
I don't think there were juggernauts in Avatar and APCs, but I could be wrong.
I don't know, man. Have you seen that movie?
I have not. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, in Avatar, they did have a juggernaut-like thing.
Yeah. And I consider they had APCs, probably.
Probably.
They had a bunch of mech stuff, so yeah, I wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility.
Welcome to the city known as Crater, formerly Bendsly.
Right.
All right, I'm going to report back to Errol. I'll
Okay.
say that everyone's pretty much fine. 2 guys got shot. Someone scraped their arm, so I gave Maori my extra supplies and. Actually,
Yeah, I'm
hold
working
on.
on that right
Accent.
now.
Sorry,
Got it.
things are looking a bit better. Only two people got shot by the sniper and the APC stuff, and the last one just scraped his arm. He'll be fine, probably.
Okay. Okay, before we hit any towns, are there any buildings or things that I can see along the road at all that looks scavengeable?
Ooh,
I'm looking for stuff like cooking stuff, like restaurants, anything.
so last time I went to Big Bend, I remember there being a little convenience store along the way out.
I mean,
Don't know if
We're
that would have survived the apocalypse, but I remember it being there.
Nah,
Also-
convenience stores always survive the apocalypse somehow.
for some reason,
Mhm.
yeah.
And
Um,
gas stations.
But also, we weren't in Big
Survived-
Bend. We were inside
Survived,
of
but
a.
it's looted.
Yeah, it's looted, and also we weren't in Big Bend. We were in a forest. We were in a park in the Panhandle area, not exactly Big Bend. It's unfortunately.
Still, I'm sure there's a
Kind of
convenience
thing.
store somewhere around here.
Yeah, there could be. Would I know if this is a path the caravan companies usually take?
Yes. Most companies take the long 10 because raiders know that most of the time, if a raider tries to stop someone on the long 10, they usually just get run over.
True. I'm assuming there are much slower, more family-friendly caravans, but the ones that are transporting all of the stuff are like things like the Snowpiercer, but they're covered in like spikes to keep raiders away.
What's
Like-
up?
I'm assuming like the things that go along the Big Ten are like big semi trucks, like spikes and right?
Yeah.
Usually. Do I
Yeah.
see any other vehicles? Just out of curiosity.
As I said, the January is really when most companies just shut off their trading routes because of how cold it is. So you're the only person on this road.
And
Hmm.
Blue River, the one that usually runs during the winter, got screwed over at some point this year. So there's no. Honestly, it's pretty good that they got taken out earlier because I don't want them walking into Bendsly thinking that they're gonna have trade. Okay. How close am I to that city? The settlement? The Rockport?
Rocket. Rockport may be better name, but I'm gonna keep it as Rocket.
See, Rockport is down by Corpus, though.
Oh, well. Yeah, we'll Rocket. How close are we to Rocket?
Or Aransas, I guess it is. Close enough.
Question
The
mark?
Sparrows return.
Sparrow.
Hey.
You and your group are currently in the garage area, working on your bikes and keeping them protected and nice. I will, once I get to the next town, I'll start working on bike racks. There currently are none because he didn't expect to have a bunch of motorcycles in his vehicle today.
So they're all like haphazardly stacked on top of each
I was
other.
assuming you
That's
were
nice.
holding on to them, unfortunately.
Well,
Unless you're nomads, you probably have like impromptu bike racks you can have set up that aren't super great, but temporary.
Oh. And I'm also gonna need you to say the names of all your gang members and their personality because you just gave me their names and I couldn't read your handwriting.
damn.
Yeah.
I saw you had a guy named DeVito. Is he a midget? This is important information.
If you want him to be, then yes.
It's your choice. It's your gang member.
He is now a midget.
Is that the heir to House DeVito? Is that correct, Jackson?
Of course.
Damn, you got both the heir to House. Oh, also Obama? Question mark?
That's right. Obama.
It's amazing that that the Obama family managed to transition from wherever he was. I don't know where Obama is at this point in life. To
Hey, I mean,
Obama's doing pretty good right now.
yeah, he did it.
Okay.
He got all the way to Hollywood.
He lived. That's all that matters.
What about the ones that were named Grits or something like that, or Grimbrew or Grimbole?
Just
There's
right,
none named Grit.
Just tell me the names because I'm just writing them down.
Sam, Kenobi, Jones, Ripley, Freddie, James, Craig, Jack, DeVito, Obama, Dwayne, Greg, Grant, Hammond, and Malcolm.
Oh, Malcolm.
I like,
Ian Malcolm. This is
Is
weird.
that 3 Jurassic Park references back to back?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Jordan thought that Hammond was hammock, and none of us questioned it.
Of course.
that is
Okay.
somehow
I
that is
did-
on par with
I
my
did
handwriting.
understand Ripley, though.
Oh, yeah, my handwriting is terrible.
Okay.
Huh. That actually went strangely well.
Hammock.
Okay.
Hammock.
You know what? Should we redo that scene of the bikers now that Jackson's
Yeah.
here? And
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
Jackson, could you give Jordan like brief character description, like how they act for the gang?
I mean, the gang in general, like, they all act snarky. Because, they all feel entitled. They're like,
They're all-
did they get a description of, like, what the wood is?
They got a brief description. The wood being a post-apocalyptic Hollywood.
They all
Um,
basically think of themselves like royalty because they're supposedly the descendants of celebrities.
Oh boy.
All right. So
I may have to throw one or two off of the truck.
in that case, are any of you injured?
Uh, I'm not sure. I mean, we were stuck out in the cold.
Yeah, the worst would be like minor hypothermia, maybe? Question mark?
Okay,
But-
you'll be fine then. We have
Yeah.
heaters going.
I mean, there could be a talking conversation between Dominic and the leader of that gang.
All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna backtrack a little bit. I came in to check on your gang after I checked out the residential district because things went horribly wrong, and I needed to check if anyone got hurt.
So he's asking questions about your gang, basically.
Yeah.
Would you step up and why are you asking questions?
I don't know. What are his questions? I mean, I
Well,
think they're pretty
Like I said, mostly
self-centered.
just
So
asking, "Are you hurt? Is everyone?"
So basically, you're being pampered. So I guess you're pretty chill with it.
yeah,
I mean,
They
it
like
is by a
special treatment.
tiny little gremlin with battered.
I keep forgetting you're very, very small.
I'm not super small, but I'm definitely not big. I'm
Oh, Dominique is small?
yeah, I am
Dominic
not
is funny
tall.
midget.
No way.
I'll say
I
I'm probably 5 foot or shorter.
okay. Errol is like 6'5" or something insane.
Yeah.
That
So I've got
Dominique is a gremlin with a gun.
3 actually. There's 3.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, I'm pampering you, but I do not look very great. I'm battered up. I am wearing a mask.
I'm gonna over the radio system in the Snowpiercer. Oh, by the way, Jackson, we're driving down the I-10 right now. By the way,
Okay.
I'm gonna radio in. Could the Sparrow, the Johnny Depp looking dude, come on up here this area?
Sure.
Come
I
up to the
mean-
cabin.
If you say I look like Johnny Depp,
Or, sorry, can the Sparrow please head on up to the cockpit?
Oh, that makes sense.
yeah, that's right.
Oh.
I thought that Jack was Jack Sparrow.
I feel stupid now.
Okay, I'm going to temporarily park on the side of the road just so that I can talk to him. Face to Dominic, it's a very simple directions. Have you been to Rocket before, Dominic? I'm gonna ask Dominic if he's been to Rocket.
Yeah, probably somewhere around there.
Could you take a hold and just drive? It's not that big of a deal. The Snowpiercer practically drives itself.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, sure.
I mean,
yeah, wrong accent. Frick, I was doing Leclerc. Oh yeah, sure. This is I'll figure it out another time. I'll go and take the wheel.
it's not that hard. It's driving like normal, but all of the debris Jordan has put in front of it, the Snowpiercer literally pushes it out of the way as it drives.
It is going to be a bumpy ride, though. The road has not been upkept very.
So,
Yeah.
is there anyone else in the cab with me?
Pretty sure most of the party is, so it would
Alright,
be.
So I'm just going to look to them and ask, which one is the gas and which one is the brake?
Oh no, that's not a good sign.
But Errol is outside of the cabin at this point, so you know what? Errol had the
And-
car off to the side of the road,
just
so
go-
you know what? I'm just gonna
so-
let him learn how to drive.
Wait a second, hold on. Do my feet even reach the pedals with Errol's seat as it is?
I look to the Outlander. You
I'm just-
have normal-sized legs.
Oh no, I've got this.
Probably.
He glues Kazam bottles to his feet.
Nice.
I'm just going to slide your chair as far forward as it will go,
Yeah, that's okay.
I feel bad.
and I'm going to floor it on the gas.
Okay. I really don't want to regret this. I'm going to go talk to Sparrow. You know what? I'll stand in Ty, where are you? Because I realize you haven't got much interaction, and I feel bad.
It's fine. I've been sitting here drawing.
Okay. God. Okay. Just gonna head into wherever Sparrow is. I'm gonna head to him as opposed to calling Sparrow up. So if he's still in the garage or the residential district, I guess there's two of them. I say district, it's two separate semi-cabins. I mean, it's not really a district. It's a place where everyone is chilling out and not dead.
I'm thinking it as like different compartments in a train.
Yes, they're like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Except they're the big, massive containers that semi-trucks have.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna find Sparrow and so I'm going to have to ask, were you in league with the military people that just decided to blow up my town?
No. I already told you. We're from the wood. There's no military connection there at all.
Yeah, I was assuming as much. Honestly, the wood sounds like. I just lost everything.
Nice.
Thank you for the emotional support. Came to a new person expecting help.
He's
And I
not a
got
very
a-
emotional person. I don't know what
That
you want me to
is-
say.
That is, yeah, that's fair. Now, we're gonna start heading towards Rocket, and then we're gonna start heading to San Antonio, to New Antonio, and then
It's Antonio
down to
City.
Corpus.
It's Antonio City.
Antonio City, not New
It's
Antonio.
New Austin, Antonio City.
Yeah, we're gonna start heading down towards Antonio City. If you've got anything you want there, unless we get different plans. Is your gang going to be self-sufficient, like good at taking care of themselves while we take care of this, or are you guys going to be a problem? Because and Arrow gets more serious. He's just, I don't want to pass judgment
second.
before I've seen you, but I know where you're from. I'm not going to attack you yet, but don't step out of line. Please, for both of our sakes. Don't step out of line.
I'm gonna end it today here, if that's okay,
Oh, okay.
because I do not know what the plot is gonna be from this point on. This is for all you nerds listening on the YouTubes.
All three of you.
Yeah, all three of you.
Yeah.
All these characters. All right, you guys are gonna have to be sure not to know about this. The APC has entered the highway, has entered the Long 10.